We're 2 years into this now. No, now we're into the third year, but 2 years have passed. Is it time, sadly, do you think he's a bust?
This is where I can't say he's a bust yet because we haven't seen him a full season.
Right.
Now, obviously, we can, if we're just going off of him, how much he's played and all that, yeah, it would be considered a bust. But you also got to remember he had an injury, and then now we're at this. So we wouldn't have seen because if we wouldn't have started late, he wouldn't have been pitching.
Right.
I felt like when they put him in that he wasn't mentally ready. Now, obviously, he was a professional in Japan, but when you're in the MLB, totally different.
Right.
You have media, and especially for him, just like with Ichiro and any other prominent Japanese star, they have the media all around them nonstop from Japan. And even if he's just mediocre, they're still going to be talking to him. And then you have the media from the United States, whereas we're not as, I believe, as polite as...
I was going to say gracious. But
that's what I was trying to figure out the word, towards players. So
no.
Japan, it's more of a respect, and here we're like, no, we want you to win. We're paying money for you to be here to win.
Right.
So is it a bust yet? Well, it would be if he doesn't pitch again. Now, if he's going to be a straight DH, I'm not sad to have him as a player, as a DH, but I know he played some outfield in Japan.
Right.
But who's he going to replace in the Angels outfield right now?
Right.
Yeah, they would just, you'd find a spot, but they just brought up Adele. They have Goodwin, I'm loving the Goodwin.
Right.
And then you have Upton, who has a big contract, and then you have Mike Trout, who is
Mike
Trout. So I don't see it as a bust yet. I think they brought him back because they're like, oh, we could bring him back. The way after the first game I watched, it just felt like he was trying too hard, and you could see he was frustrated. And in the second game, they were saying that he felt discomfort and all that, but the exact same thing. It's just nothing was working for him. And hopefully he isn't a bust, because being as an Angel fan, that would really kill me again, having another highly talented player come to the Angels and they're a bust.
The thing, and trust me, as a Dodger fan and someone who I don't care anything about the Angels, I want to call this kid a bust, especially because, he turned us down, which thankfully you turned us down, because I would be furious right now. But the thing is, you're right. He's only a bust if he doesn't pitch again. His biggest appeal for people who are like, oh, it's fine, he can still be an offensive player. No, his biggest appeal was he could pitch.
Yeah, and he wasn't pitching like, it was a pitcher.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher when he's healthy. Or at least he's touted to be a great pitcher. I won't call him a great pitcher yet because he hasn't done too much, at least in the MLB, but he's touted. He has the stuff to be a great pitcher. And when you just look, one, it's a sad story because it's clear that he's so young. I don't think he's gone through any significant amount of failure yet, and especially it's on a way bigger stage, and it's magnetized because yes, you are the dude. Like we had conversations before on this podcast when I said who's bigger, Mike Trout or Shohei, and I argued Shohei because he has media from his own country, and then the whole American media, and he's the only player. At
that time,
that was a two-way player, and they just signed you to this massive deal. You're supposed to be the guy. Now I look at it and I just hope that mentally he can get himself to just relax, and if there is an ailment, actually rehab and just kind of let things play out,